we're pushing through it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
it's been a very
be
intense
okay.
week this week. Like,
Yes.
oh my God.
I mean, to be
it was
honest,
insane.
Yes. To be honest, there are certain, especially in this moment of the year, it's a very busy time of the year.
Especially for us when it starts being like convention season, like Playcon, Comic-Con and stuff like that. But especially, oh my God.
I am so happy that I had never gotten into being a cosplayer. First of all, because I don't know how to do anything. I'm unable to do anything that is related to crafting.
Oh my God.
Completely, like I can start. I don't start from 0. I start from -10.
You start from -10. Okay.
start from
well, I
-10.
mean, you can still climb your way up to 0 and then start over. Whenever you want, I can teach you.
No, thank you. I will leave that to the professionals. I am.
Yeah.
Like, I would love maybe to, maybe buy a costume and cosplay. I know that in the cosplayer community there is a bit of...
No, that's perfectly fine to buy a costume as long as you don't compete with it. That's my opinion.
Mela. I mean, that makes sense.
Exactly. But speaking of things that don't make sense, us. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Session 1. Episode 2.
Episode 2. Wow, we are at 200% episodes compared to last time they see us.
We are, exactly.
Wow.
Maths looks nice.
Maths looks nice.
We're actually more than 200% when you factor in the stuff that we've worked on.
That is correct.
But yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Session 1.
That's Peppe.
That's Peppe.
That's Peppe.
And that's Kurt.
That's Kurt. Yeah.
And we are the dungeon... No, we're not the dungeon dudes. Are we?
No, of course not.
No, we're the Epigeeks.
We don't want a copyright strike so early in our career.
We're just kidding, okay?
We can call ourselves the Dungeon Guys, perhaps. But...
Dungeon Guys. Yeah, Madonna. That sounds bad already.
But, so welcome to episode 2 of our Session 1 podcast.
So episode 2
entice
the fact that there was an episode 1.
Indeed.
And
that's how numbers work.
We have been so happy and so overwhelmed and so help me to find another adjective because English is not my language.
Yeah, okay.
We have been so overwhelmed with the reception of episode 1.
Let me say one thing. When we started this podcast, we kind of said, okay, so the form is going to be us talking to each other, looking at each other. But I'm going to break that rule and look at the camera and say,
sometimes we do.
Sometimes we look at you so much. Okay, we do the Jim Halpert thing where we look at the camera. But thank you so much for this because honestly, Session 1, Episode 1. I mean, first and foremost, we had the live premiere on YouTube.
Yeah, and on Twitch.
It was live streamed as well. Yes. We've had an amazing number of viewers. Well, amazing. I mean, compared to big guys, they're fractions of numbers, but for us, it was a lot more than we ever expected. To be honest.
So this is the thing. My expectation was 0.
I would have said like maybe 2 people, including myself, watching it. So one more person.
Listen, we had so many people not only watching but participating in the chat.
True.
It was so much fun to interact with all of you guys. It was so overwhelming. Even the feedback we've got on social media, on Instagram. It has been. We are, I think, beyond happy and grateful for the support and for
that's
for the help.
True. Absolutely true.
That has been absolutely incredible, and that's why we are here. Again, no, that's not why we are here.
Well, that's the second reason why. But I think I should also offer credit and congratulations and a huge well done to Peppe because he's been the main driver behind the promotion, behind all of the Epigeeks for now.
Madonna.
I'm working on other things in the background, but
social
media was Peppe.
You are busy. You are busy with other stuff.
But social media was Peppe, and you've done a bang up job, man. Like honestly, we've had people sharing, reposting, and like discussing our posts and social media, and like it's been a huge feedback.
I am extremely uncomfortable right now because I don't know how to take a compliment.
That's fine. We'll work.
Thank you.
We'll work on it off camera.
No, to be honest, I want to thank all my friends and all the people that knows me and that knows us. Because honestly, we have received so much support from people that was didn't necessarily knew what we were talking about.
Exactly.
Didn't necessarily was already into Dungeons and Dragons or TTRPG or cosplaying or LARP and all these things. But just people that came in without knowing what it was, and they actually enjoyed it. Like we had a lot of positive.
I think, in fact, that was one of the most common comments.
Wow.
It was like, okay, I had no idea what you guys were talking about, but I really enjoyed it so much. And I mean, I don't know, maybe you were having a bit of a drink, maybe you were, I don't know, high or something, but I'm glad you enjoyed it regardless.
Please enjoy yourself.
Please enjoy yourself responsibly and take care.
Responsibly.
But, we really just honestly have fun doing this. And honestly, it's like our normal conversation when we end up on a call. Say, listen, Peppe, do you have like 10 minutes? I need to discuss something with you. And it ends up being a 2.5 hour rant about... why did they use that font on a source book or something?
yes. Oh my God. But anyway, like we are beyond grateful. It has been incredible, an incredible couple of weeks since episode 1 has come out.
Yeah.
And we hope that you're gonna enjoy this episode and the next one as much as you enjoyed the first one.
Absolutely.
We want to thank you again, all the people that was in the chat, because guys, you've been amazing, like for real. Like,
yes,
you entertained us during
honestly
the podcast.
It's true. Like I was engaging with the audience, with the viewers, while because I was taking care mostly of the YouTube side, Peppe was taking care of the Twitch side, so that we could kind of divide and conquer things. And YouTube was just banging, man. Like, honestly. And even afterwards, like, the viewership on YouTube was so good. Honestly, I was not expecting in, like, the first 2 weeks that we're published.
Almost at, I think we're close to 300.
Yeah, close to 300 views. And that is insane for us. Like,
and that's a lot. That's way more.
When you consider the fact that we are in Malta and the way YouTube and internet works, that is really good for a first episode with practically zero budget advertising.
Yeah.
And, like... we're honestly just humble. Thank you so much. We're gonna stop saying thank you now because honestly we do have stuff to talk about. But before we do so, I just want to highlight one point.
Absolutely.
We had a target that we would announce Patreon by episode 3 or 4.
Yes.
And we're gonna preempt that. This is episode 2 and we're gonna mention it for the very simple reason that we already have our first Patreon. We had launched Patreon before episode 1 started because we just wanted it.
It was on our Instagram page.
Yeah, we just wanted it to be ready.
Yeah.
And we, like, a good friend of mine actually, Rundu, his name is Ryan. He's an excellent miniature painter. I forgot the thing he painted for us. It's on the desk. It's on near my computer. It's fine. Don't worry.
We'll bring it next.
But I'll
episode.
bring it.
In episode 3, it will be here on the table.
Episode 4 will be here on the table.
Episode 4 will be here on the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll explain it in just a second. So yeah, he's our first patron. So thank you so much, Ryan, for your support. Honestly, he just approached me and said, like, hey, listen, I really enjoyed the podcast. Like he follows along because he's a bit of a D&D geek as well. And he was like, but how can I support you? I was like, yeah, like and share and comment on these kinds of things. I was like, no, I want to support you. Like, do you have a Patreon?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you so much.
So graceful. And of course, if you want to support us, our Patreon is in our Instagram. It will be also linked underneath the video.
Exactly.
In the description. But obviously, you can support us with likes, with comments, with sharing it with your friends, sharing it with your family, sharing it with your loved one or with your hated one.
Exactly.
If you want to bore them
or punish them,
boring, or punish them, you can just share it. We're super grateful for any kind of support.
Yes.
And
also on Patreon you can actually join as a free member.
Yes, you can join as a free member on Patreon and have a look at what we are cooking behind the scenes.
We'll be
uploading more stuff, and we will be doing more stuff on Patreon as well. But nonetheless, have a look. Just go around, click around.
There may be a secret gift for the first few patrons that join us, but perhaps a little bit more on that later.
We'll talk about that.
Now, talking about other business, let's talk a little bit about the podcast, just a few 5 minutes about it, because we would like to explain and clarify a few things. So when we started with the podcast, our intention was to upload 1 episode per month. on the last Thursday of the month. And that's going to remain the case, except we're going to be doing a little bit more because we like to discuss stuff that is current as well. And having to wait 4 or 6 weeks to discuss something which is current, then obviously makes it a little bit outdated.
It's a little bit challenging to keep up with all the information, all the news, and all the interesting stuff that we want to talk about over 3, 4, 5 weeks at times.
And to be fair, we don't want to be like, oh, so this is what happened in the last month. We actually want to discuss it and contribute to it as well. Now that we have a bit of a platform.
Obviously, we also want to inform, but mostly like we know that the people that watch us is people that is more or less into this kind of things, so they may know about the news already. We're just here to share our 5 cents. 10 cents in your case.
Exactly, 10 cents was well, maybe if you remove 18% tax or something.
Not taxes. We don't pay tax.
But the way the podcast is going to work, we're going to have 2 episodes every month. On the last Thursday of the month and 2 Thursdays before that.
Around half month and end of the month. So that is going to be our schedule from now onwards.
Exactly.
As some of you might have already got from episode 1, our episodes are not live at the moment that you're watching them. We pre-record the episode and then we send we post them live. We premiere it on YouTube and we go live on Twitch so that we can be in the chat with you. We can talk with you, and also it is a little bit easier for us to organize our schedule around it and make sure that everything looks good and sounds good, because sometimes there might be
quality over quantity, as always.
Exactly,
that's very important.
Exactly.
So
we are also considering perhaps for the future to do some live episodes if there's something very important that we want to talk about, or if let's say for a one-off we want to do something different. But for the time being, this is the structure that we had in mind. We're gonna go with this for a while, and
we'll see how it goes.
And we'll see how it goes. Yeah, if you still enjoy it.
So definitely. We'll be having a few episodes, obviously, every month. I think this one is going to be episode 2, so it's the first episode of October. We're gonna have somewhat of a Halloween special, I believe, coming up.
Yes.
We might have something really interesting for you. Then in November, we're gonna have a mid-November episode. I think we might be talking about creating a character, I think. No, actually, our favorite classes. We'll be talking about our favorite classes. And then at the end of November, we have a very special episode, especially for me, because I'm a huge fan of LARP, and Peppe is actually starting out in LARPing. It will be the episode just after the Nephilim LARPs contracts, which is a shout out to Nephilim, by the way. Jason and Myron, the organizers, are good friends of mine, very good friends of mine, and they're organizing a Witcher-themed LARP. They've already done twice unofficially, once officially and once unofficially as a pilot kind of in the past, and next November, I believe the 21st it is, they've got the contracts episode, which is a short 1-day LARP where you can go and kind of dip your toes, see whether you like the whole concept of it. I love it. I highly recommend it.
And it's gonna be my first LARP ever.
It's going to be his first LARP.
Actually, we are working on some of my equipment.
Yes.
Kurt is helping me to get some of my equipment ready and fitting.
Exactly.
So thank you very much for that.
My absolute pleasure.
Because again, I have no idea how to do it by myself. So I had to go to a professional and say, hey, help me with that.
So yeah, we're going to have the LARP episode, then we're going to have another episode in December, and Christmas time, New Year, so on and so forth. So yes, we're being ambitious and thinking that this is going to last more than 2 months.
Well, I am absolutely certain that it's going to be the case.
Yeah. We have one last thing to talk about.
I saw into the future. Yes, I was going to say, I saw into the future. And into the future, I want to also thank you, all the beautiful people that is going to watch this because they have met us at Playcon.
Yeah.
So in the future, we have already been. We are back to the future right now.
It's very much Doctor Who right now. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey kind of
we are
thing.
Back to the future right now. So
context.
Over here, we've got a big bag, and you can imagine what's in there from the sound. Let's see.
Lego.
Can we do like an
ASMR?
like with the bag? Like, let's see.
I don't know if actually it happens.
I don't know if it works, but that's okay. So it's a big bag. By the way, let's say hi to Jade.
Hi, Jade.
Hi.
Jade is busy crafting right now while monitoring our recording because literally it is the day before Playcon. Well, the day before the mythic pass of Playcon. Exactly. It's the whole thing. We'll explain it.
It's a couple of days before the weekend of Playcon. Exactly. So we've met a bunch of lovely people at Playcon. Hi to everyone.
Hello.
We will be going around. Actually, we have gone around.
We will have been. We would have gone around.
Oh my god, that's so complicated. And we will be giving out all these big bag of dice to whoever wants to join us and become an Epigeek.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know exactly how many dice you have over there? Not that I want to spend the next 5 minutes counting.
I do know.
How many?
Do you want to know exactly the number?
Yeah, why not?
I have 100 dice.
100 D20s.
Yes. 100 D20s, which I'm gonna give out to beautiful, incredible, funny people at Playcon, which I'm going to bother because I'm gonna go around, and you're gonna go around.
I'm gonna go around as well from time to time.
You're gonna be a little bit more busy, so you will, because our friend Kurt here, he is so busy. He's so busy with so many things. Like you see him like that, but he's while he's here, he has a copy of himself in the in the workshop. Yeah, a clone in the workshop that is doing other stuff. But yeah, so we'll be going around. We'll be giving dice to whoever wants to become an Epigeeks and take part with us into this small dream of ours.
Yes,
basically.
And what will happen when? So let's explain.
I don't want to give.
No, not the full thing. But how are we going? Like, are there any criteria for handing out these dice? I know that this has already happened, but it may happen again in other conventions.
Okay, so let's say this is what I saw in the future, but now because we're talking about it, it might happen in a different way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around and we're gonna be stopping people, and we're gonna be asking them if they play Dungeons and Dragons or if they play any TTRPG, and if they're geeks, and if they like free stuff.
Yeah.
Because we are handing out free D20s.
Exactly. And we'll take a photo with the one person who says he doesn't like free stuff.
Exactly. Which doesn't exist. Possibly. So yeah, we are going to give out D20s to everyone. And hopefully we hope you want to maybe give us a follow on Instagram, on YouTube, on our social media. Just become part of the Epigeeks family.
Yeah.
We are going to maybe take a picture together or make a story on Instagram, whatever you like.
Absolutely.
And we're going to maybe have a little extra surprise for some of you.
Yes, I mean the surprise would have already happened by the time this episode.
Yeah, but I don't wanna say this is top secret.
Top secrets in the past.
In the past.
So Playcon is this weekend for us. It is tomorrow. Actually, is the Mythic Pass, which is the Friday. Yeah, we're recording this on a Thursday as usual.
We are gonna be there.
We're gonna be there
Saturday
and Sunday. I would have been there also on Friday evening doing a skit with Nephilim LARPs. For the Mythic Pass, but I'll also be there. I would have also been there.
Oh my god!
On Thursday and on Saturday and Sunday.
Why did we decide to do this bullshit time traveling thing? Okay, sorry. Continue.
No, I would have been there on Saturday and Sunday with Nephilim LARPs and as Corso Workshop. Will be selling some goodies, with Corso. Yep. Jade will be helping us a lot, and we'll in some other times as well, I'll be going around with Peppe, meeting people, trying to engage with followers and that sort of thing, because it's fun to meet people who have the same interests as us.
Yeah, actually, that is gonna be our first opportunity to really engage with the community. Yeah, and it's gonna be our first, let's say, dipping our foot into the community, like in person. Yeah, in real IRL.
Yeah, IRL.
That's
in real life.
For me, it's so hard to pronounce letters in English. Way more than saying a full word. Yes, for whoever has not noticed yet, English is not my first language, not even my second one, maybe my third one. But anyway, so it's gonna be incredible. I've seen it already. I know already. I had so much fun. You will see me for the first time with sleeves on.
Yeah.
At Playcon.
Very nice sleeves on, but that's all we're gonna say. Yes. I hope that you'll go on our Instagram page and see some of the photos we would have been uploading throughout the weekend.
By the way, our lovely Marisha Ray, I just want to remind you, sleeves are bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why I try to avoid to wear sleeves as much as I can.
Now, speaking of Marisha Ray,
yes,
we have to talk about the main event today. I think we've rambled long enough trying to postpone and contain our excitement at Critical Role campaign for episode 1. Which by the way,
fucking God,
by the time that this episode, there's 2 episodes that have been out, and the third one would have been like in a few hours.
Yes. Actually, in a few hours from now, episode 2 is gonna air.
So, we're gonna skip the whole what Critical Role is, obviously. Like, if you don't know what Critical Role is, I'm not gonna deprive you of the joy of learning what it is. Go and find out. It's amazing, and I hope you have about 500 days to catch up with the content. It's amazing, though.
Which, by the way, you don't need to catch up with any content. This is a new campaign in a new world,
new setting and everything.
New setting, new dungeon master.
Yes,
Brennan Lee Mulligan as a dungeon master. Oh my God, was such a great start.
Yes. Oh my God, the cold open.
Yes, the cold open was insane.
I got
very intense. Yeah, I got goose. We said that already.
Look, so okay, let's start off with first impressions. Overall first impressions. Then we're gonna delve into a little bit of detail, perhaps talking about the characters and the story and the way it was done.
I hated it.
You hated it? Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. No. It was an amazing first episode. Honestly, I haven't enjoyed watching D&D in so long. I mean, I always enjoy it, but it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. And I think first impressions after it finished, and then I rewatched it a second time. Basically, we rewatched it again yesterday.
So you watched it 3 times already?
Twice. Okay, 2 times.
Okay.
No, 2 times.
So yesterday was the rewatch.
Yes, but the first time I was sick at home anyway, so I literally bought a
free time.
Yeah, I bought a Beacon subscription.
Yeah, and I bought a YouTube channel subscription from Critical Role. So as you can see, support the creators that you like. Anyway.
Exactly. So I watched it, and my first thing was oh my God, there's so much intrigue and secrets and mysteries going on in the first episode, and they are so well disguised.
Yes. I mean, some of them,
yes.
We will talk about the one.
Some of them.
There is one in particular that is not very well disguised.
Yeah, it's true, but I think
you know what I'm talking about.
Sam Riegel.
Yeah. Sam
we'll talk about that. And speaking of Sam Riegel, how hilarious was the ad? The ad. Oh my God.
Okay, so if you're not a long time Critical Role fan, you might not know
you might not know what we're talking about.
But yeah, every episode of Critical Role usually has sponsors, and usually Sam Riegel, which is an Emmy winner, is a writer, is a director, voice actor,
a very accomplished guy,
and very funny guy. Extremely funny guy.
Both out of character and also in character.
His character choice are always bold, always funny, always out of line.
And he's also
sometimes.
very able to be very subtle and funny.
Yes.
Very early in campaign 3, fresh cut grass, talking about the stuff that his creator liked.
Yes.
Hilarious. Hilarious. He literally killed Matthew Mercer.
He killed everybody. He almost really killed Robbie Damon. Robbie couldn't help himself from stop laughing.
It was hilarious.
Anyway, so he's the one that usually create a script, create a short skit about
their main sponsor.
Yeah, the main sponsor. And oh my God, if you haven't watched episode 1, which is now free on
Available,
YouTube. You can just go on YouTube on Critical Role and search for Campaign 4.
Please go watch it. Please.
So funny. So funny. Incredibly funny.
And they literally took a dig.
By the way, sorry.
Yeah.
We forgot to say that. But if you haven't seen episode 1, this is going to be full of spoilers.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
So, spoiler alert. This is going to be full of spoilers. So, go watch episode 1 and then come back to watch, because we're going to give you the sauce.
We're going to wait for 4 hours. Go watch it.
Go watch.
No, I mean they also, like, during the ads, they took dig at all the controversy and discussions that were going on. Like, for example, he mentioned the fact that he doesn't like the fact that it's a new setting. He doesn't like the fact that fuck Brennan, he said, was hilarious. And why are we not using Dagger Hard? That's such a
oh my god, that
it was hilarious.
Fantastic.
Amazing. No, it was very well scripted and it was really good.
So
and then just the ad.
Yeah, and before the ad,
there was a cold open.
Usually when someone starts a campaign, and this is something that Critical Role always kinda taught us how they start a campaign.
Yeah.
Because that was the way in which Matthew started every campaign. Matthew Mercer, my best buddy.
We love him.
So usually there is
one way though.
Yeah. Sometimes there is, quite an introduction to the world, or at least to the region of the world in which the story begins. Yeah. Meanwhile, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
This was an absolute cold open. Like, we found ourselves in media res, like literally in the middle of what was happening, which was an execution.
It was the execution of Thiazi Fang.
Thiazi Fang.
And it started like the whole concept of the first episode was introducing the characters. They weren't introduced like all at once. Yeah. It was as far away from you meet in a tavern as possible.
Yeah, thanks God.
Just for you who don't know, like the stereotypical like D&D adventure, it's a bit of a trope, and they say like, you all meet in a tavern. It's like, that's like stereotypical. Yeah. But this one was introducing characters, and there was Liam O'Brien first, and Luis Carazo. Yeah. They were introduced, and their character, like Luis Carazo, is such a good role player, man. I mean, Liam O'Brien, amazing again, one of my favorite role players.
First of all, we got our prediction on Liam O'Brien. He's playing a bard.
Yes.
So our prediction, at least we got one.
I don't remember any of the other predictions.
I do remember a couple.
Yeah, good. Well, you can watch our first episode and then tell us whether we...
Yeah, actually tell us where we are wrong. Go in the comment of episode 1 and comment every mistake we made.
Might take you a few hours.
Might be longer than the episode itself. But so we got that. So Liam O'Brien is an orc.
Yes.
And Halandil
Fang.
Fang. So he's directly related to the person that was going to be executed, which was...
And how cool that the very first roll of the campaign was a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
So good.
Okay, so the cold open started with the execution of Thiazi Fang, with Hell being in the audience, and then I'm gonna need some help with the names because I don't remember all of them. But
that's not easy. So
Luis Carazo's
character is Azune Nayar.
Yeah, Azune Nayar. He introduced his character in such a fluid way, as if they had been role-playing it for years.
Yeah. I mean, they started at level 3, so they had a little bit of playing before.
Yeah.
But I don't think the choice of the people opening was just by fate. In the sense that Luis Carazo was chosen by Brennan to open also in Calamity, and he started in Media Res in Calamity as well, in the middle of the action with a super intense scene with Luis Carazo. So we knew, I was expecting Luis Carazo being already so good, also because I find out that Luis Carazo has been playing D&D not obviously online for a number of years already. Like he
Yeah.
was not so famous as he is now that he has joined Critical Role and blah blah blah, but he has been live streaming his D&D games for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he has been playing D&D for forever,
Yes.
like since he was a teenager,
Yeah.
basically. So, and I think he's probably like in his early 40s or like late 30s,
Late 30s,
something
I would
like
say.
that.
Maybe he looks young enough.
And he's an incredible,
He's incredible.
like his character choices.
Yes. And the way he interacts and like the gravity of the situation was really not lost on him.
Yes.
And watching it the second time around, you start to pick up like where he was going with his character even better.
Yeah.
He's just that subtle and he was really good. So Hel and Azune were the first two characters that were introduced. And then after the cold open, which by the way was as cinematic as fuck.
Yes. It was beautiful, and it was very good
Meaningful.
hook. It was a very good hook as well,
Yes.
because you have this scene of him talking with his brother right before the moment of the execution,
Yes.
and then he sees something in the sky, but nobody else.
He mentions
look at the
one of the
sky.
players who's not there.
Exactly.
He mentioned Thimble.
Thimble, which is we find out Laura Bailey's
Laura
character.
Bailey.
That's another prediction that I got right.
Yeah.
Because I said
Hey, it's
she
a
was
team
going
here. It's
to
team
be
effort.
yeah,
okay?
it's a team effort. It's a team effort. I said it was going to be a rogue. You said probably a warlock, and I think that was those were the
the most
strongest
likely,
options. Yes. So she is like 3 inch tall.
Yes. She's
Like
a fairy.
this. She's a fairy. And by the way, I love the show because fairies in D&D, like there is
Yeah.
the species of the fairy, and they can be either medium size or small size.
Yeah.
But still, a small size character is usually 3-4 feet tall.
Yeah.
I love the choice of making her an actual tiny creature. So good.
Amazing. So
the next one that was introduced was Taisha Lois.
Yes.
Which is a Bria Yengar character.
Exactly.
We have spoken in the last few days.
Yeah.
And you have not been the biggest fan of her first interactions.
Okay, so credit where credit is due. She's one amazing role player. I like all credit to her. I can never ever begin to imagine being as good as she is.
She's fantastic.
She's fantastic. Bless you, Jade. She's trying to sneeze silently off camera.
You can sneeze.
So Abria is an amazing role player. And there is no way in hell I ever would deserve the right to criticize anything she does.
No, we're not criticizing. We're just giving our
I'll be honest.
personal impression.
I'll be honest. Like the way she was interacting with almost everyone, almost all the time, made me feel like okay, she kind of like is butting into every scene. There is credit like in certain scenes where she respectfully took a step back to allow players to have their moment.
There was a couple of times that she was actually in the scene and she decided to step back. She decided to leave the table.
Yes.
She was the first one suggesting that she would leave the table to leave space for someone else.
So I'm not saying in any way that she's a bad player.
No, absolutely.
Far from. It's just the character that she played so far has not been one of my most favorite ones yet.
And also like she was in the position of being a very close have a very close relationship with Tiazi Fang. So she was the sister-in-law of Tiazi Fang.
Yeah.
Because her character and Liam's O'Brien character, they were
I believe they were
couple. They have a daughter.
In
common.
Yeah.
Or I believe they have a daughter in common. And actually, I think she took a little bit the side of being like a co-DM in certain situations, in the sense that she gave a lot of opportunities to NPCs that were there to interact with what she was doing in the space with the plants and with the animal, with her with her familiar, because she had what was the familiar? Was
a deer, I believe.
A deer, a deer, and
or
she
like a
gave,
forest beast.
It was a deer, and she gave the opportunity to other players to hook into situations when they were a little bit more isolated, like with Tyranny.
We will talk about it. We have to talk about Tyranny.
We have to talk about Tyranny because Tyranny. So I would say yes, there were moments in which she was very, very present and very, very prominent, in which she was not directly involved, but she kind of...
She had a presence regardless.
Yeah, she had a presence.
I mean, I understand her choice of roleplay in that way, because obviously being so close to the character, to the central character of this scene, being Thiazi Fang and Hal, kind of, you could say that they were the two kind of protagonists of these scenes.
Yes.
Because, you know, most of the scenes took place at Hal's home.
Oh, yes. Correct.
And Thiazi's Fang funeral, of course. So I think it was in character. It was very much justified for her to be very emotionally charged. Yes. Kind of like on the brink of triggering at everything that you do. But as a viewer, like watching that myself, I kind of wanted, I kind of wanted more from some of the other characters that were there, which I think then shone a little bit better when Taisha was out of the scene. For example, the character who appeared with Taisha was the character.
You mean Travis Willingham?
No. Travis Willingham came in later.
So, you mean Occtis? Taconis. Taconis? That's how you pronounce the name?
Occtis.
So, yeah, played by Alex Ward. I want to see more. I haven't seen enough of him.
And I love the interactions that he had later on when they went off on their little side quests.
Absolutely.
Occtis, first and foremost, is an amazing character. The eccentricity and the awkwardness was very
so good,
palpable.
So good.
Like you could literally feel second-hand kind of like embarrassment. In his situation. You know, he was introduced. He was introduced as a character who was kind of like newish to the gang.
Yes, like he knew some people, but he didn't knew them very well.
Exactly, but he
was a little bit out of his environment. You can definitely see that he's a little bit out of his environment.
Yeah, and he had a very good plot line to Thiazi Fang. And he had like his familiar,
which we don't know so much about it.
Not yet,
because we know they had some dealings with each other, but they have not been really. Has not been said too much about it.
Exactly.
So we know that he had some sort of connection. Yes. We don't know which kind of specific.
We know that at least what he said was that he helped him a lot when he was younger.
Yes.
Does that,
but we don't know. Yeah, we don't know about what. He's a wizard.
Yes, and he has a familiar, which is...
He has a familiar that looks undead.
I think it must be because he's a necromancer.
He's one of the few ones that we actually do know for sure the subclass that he picked. So he's a wizard necromancer.
Yes, and the familiar is like this kind of like reanimated fox with buttons, I believe his name is. With buttons for eyes.
Buttons for eyes.
And one of the limbs from another fox.
Yeah, it's made of like stitched together pieces of different colored fox.
And I'll be honest, like the first time I heard, I was like, "What?" Like I thought he was talking about some sort of like plush toy. I was like, "Wait, man, that's a little bit cringe kind of thing, you know." But when you take kind of when he roleplayed a little bit more, I was like, "Oh shit, this is good! Like this is really good. It's really interesting character."
Actually, there was in previous editions of Dungeons and Dragons, there were feats that you could take in order to create a stitched together familiar that had like parts either of the same animal or of different animals.
Yeah,
it was. Very macabre.
Of course.
Very macabre. But okay, it was also contained in the Book of Vile Darkness. So, because previous editions of D&D, they literally had published the Book of Vile Darkness and the Book of Exalted Deeds.
The Book of Good Goodness.
Yeah. as actual, let's say like playbook with like subclasses and feats and stuff. And
we're themed
around those two. So Occtis, I want to see more and more of this character because I feel like we haven't seen quite enough.
Exactly, I agree. So then after Occtis, I believe it was Travis Willingham who joined.
Teor Pridesire.
Is he at a Baxi?
No,
or is he
I think
Leonin?
He's a Leonin, but they have. Well, so this is the thing. If we have to identify a D&D race, he's probably a Leonin.
Makes more sense.
But they do call them something different.
Yeah.
They called, I can't remember exactly, but I remember Brennan pronouncing a couple of times the name of the species that he is. So yeah, he's a Leonin, and he seems to be, well, he is a paladin. We know for a fact that he's a paladin. He's one of the toughest characters. First of all, I love Travis Willingham.
I mean, yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
Travis Willingham is in general one of my favorite cast members because he's not only an incredible role player when he is in the thick of the action, but he's incredible in supporting others while they role play or giving space to people that he notices a little bit out of the moment. He's very good at stepping back and leaving the opportunity or introducing someone, like he's offering opportunity.
He's an amazing role player in that sense because he draws on other people to role play as well. And I think he is the least person that could ever be labeled like with a main character syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he's as far from main character syndrome as ever, and if anything, it's like it's main characters.
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Absolutely.
Like, I think he always kind of sees the game as like, you know, it's about the whole team playing together and creating the narrative, and he manages to do that. And he also, this is what I like about Travis, and especially in the way he roleplayed in episode 1. It's because he was very much respectful and kind of like taking a bit of a step back in terms of roleplay and the way his character interacted with the whole scene. But when he needed to take action, he was like, boom, front and center, throwing furniture around, pulling out grates from the floor at the expense of his own health. And that shows, first and foremost, the typical devotion that a paladin would have. The cognizance that he's a very strong character.
Surprisingly, not one of the strongest.
No, but like,
but he's like a very, like a very imposing figure. Yeah,
exactly. Like massive fucking lion, you know, white mane and everything.
Yes, like an old dude lion,
a grizzled,
so good.
Veteran kind of,
absolutely. And there was another moment as well in which you could see that he was like, okay, I'm gonna take this moment, like and that was one of those like very important moments between him and Abria, because they both wanted to speak with Luis Carazo's character, and Abria was the first one saying she wanted to speak with him because obviously he was there and he was the one checking that this magical thing that was supposed to save Tiazi, which then, spoiler, didn't work.
We don't know why.
We don't know why yet. Well, we kind of know why, because obviously Thimble couldn't deliver the thing, so we don't know what was on him.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But then once Abria realized that Teor was like taking initiative into going and investigate that by himself with Luis, first just speaking with him and then going out, that was one of those moments that she decided to step back and say, okay, you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do.
There was also another moment that I really liked about Teor. It was when Occtis stared at him because he had never seen one of his kind before, and he was like, I'm gonna go approach and say, I'm sorry if my appearance unnerves you, kind of thing. You know, I mean, that's a polite character and it's a good character,
like a very gentle giant. But I mean, he played a lot of gentle giants, but with Grog, for example.
But as a player, he could have just as easily kind of like ignored that and continued role playing whatever he wanted to.
Yeah, but that's Travis. That shows how good a role player he really is.
Absolutely.
So Teor was one of my favorites.
Yes.
One of my favorites. After Teor, we've been introduced to two incredible, like a couple that was made in heaven.
Okay, so I don't think they could have paired them up better. It's true.
Absolutely.
So we have Wicander, Halavar. I remember that one.
And
one of my favorites. Tyranny, one of my favorites. Listen, so they are played by Sam Riegel.
So Sam Riegel played Wicander Halavar, which is the
most sus character. That's
super sus.
Super sus.
Super sus.
Super sus or super troll.
Yeah, he seems to be like a heir of a very important family.
One of the youngest members.
Yes, one of the youngest members. He seemed to have a very high religious position. Yeah. Like in a religious cult, he seems to be either the leader or one of the most important.
The grandson of the matriarch.
Yeah, of the family. But I think in the religious cult,
but even in the,
I think he's on
the religion
on the top.
Photarch, she's called. Like the title of his grandmother is the Photarch.
Yes.
Like photon,
and
light.
They call him, and they call him the
his radiance.
Yes.
I think it was his.
Your radiance.
Your radiance. I think it was
like
the title that he was.
So Wicander Halovar, which is theoretically a cleric.
So far,
but we'll get into that a little bit.
We have two theories for that. So let's talk about Wicander first and foremost. He's a cleric. He's a cleric, presumably of the light.
Of the light,
presumably so far.
Presumably a cleric, and presumably of the light. Or at least I think that's what he believes he is.
That's one of the theories. We'll talk about the theories. Okay. So there are three theories probably.
You have three theories.
I have three theories, and two of them we've discussed like this, and probably the third one as well. So he's a cleric. He's a very jittery character.
He's human.
He's human, very jittery, very kind of like
a little bit insecure sometimes.
Insecure, like
even though he tries to push through and
like
he had a couple of interactions trying to say. First said, I have to ask my grandmother, I have to ask,
and I was like, no,
my father.
I'm going to do it.
I can do that.
Yes.
I can decide by myself to hire like another guard and blah, blah.
Teor,
when it was offered to have Teor as his personal guard. So he had a couple of those moments, or for example. When he had this very strong moment with Tyranny.
Like
using the cantrip to increase his voice. And can we talk about Tyranny for a second?
Okay. So first and foremost, Tyranny.
So Tyranny played by the amazing Whitney Moore. Listen, I had seen Whitney Moore only once before sitting and watching the episode. I had seen Tyranny. I've seen Whitney Moore only once hosting. I don't remember if it was San Diego Comic-Con or another Comic-Con, but she was hosting a panel with Critical because she's a longtime friend of the entire cast. And I actually didn't like her. I really didn't like her in that
context.
In that context. I was delighted.
Her character, Tyranny.
So Tyranny is, I think, technically a tiefling. But
no, it's a demon.
In lore game, she's a demon. And she is a warlock.
Yes, and she's got like pink hair, I believe, pink skin.
No, she has white hair,
white
and
hair.
super pink
skin.
like bubble gum.
I was going to say, because she also said like bubblegum pink skin, and she is bubblegum. She is bubblegum sweet. That kind of thing. Like her whole persona feels sickly sweet.
Yes.
Like she's so over the top with her kind of like childish flippancy
childish.
Yet
she's oblivious of many things because obviously being a demon, she has not lived for a very long time on the material plane. So she's oblivious of very common, let's say, how would you say, customs of humans, and she has a couple of incredibly hilarious moments, both with Wicander
and with Brennan,
and with Brennan, with Brennan, and with Abria as well.
And with Abria as well.
So they go to the kitchen and they go make cocktails. Actually, Abria find her in the kitchen out of nowhere, and she starts just mixing alcohol with her. And then she serves the alcohol to Wicander,
who shouldn't be drinking alcohol. That's the
alcohol dims the light.
Speaking of dimming the light, like we have to take a little bit of a point when during the whole roleplay thing, Tyranny met her brother.
Actually, it's sister.
Is it sister?
It's sister.
I
thought it was a man as well.
It was because of the way it was roleplayed.
And it's actually apparently like a very big sister.
Yeah. Like so I stand corrected. Her sister. Enmity. And oh my god, man. Okay, so there was this scene where basically Wicander told his grandmother, who apparently his grandmother, I got the impression that Enmity is the demon attached to her, but I'm not sure.
Could be.
Or something like that. But anyway, and kind of like the comment came up that she still uses foul language.
Yes.
And they say like foul language dims the light and blah blah blah. And she said, I'm still new here, kind of. I haven't been here for long enough. And he said like, me too. And then Wicander says, it's not a competition. Like, why not?
No, the interaction.
Then I'm sorry. Yelling dims the light.
Yeah, that is like, to be honest, every interaction in which there is Tyranny was incredible.
Yeah.
Even on the way out, when she sobered up and she pretends to puke a couple of times just to get Wicander out of troubles, because he was getting in trouble with the ex-wife of the gentleman that passed away, that was executed, and Wicander got into trouble because he had apparently promised of trying to put a good word to save the life of this man.
Exactly.
And for some reason, his grandmother wanted this man dead. Not only his grandmother, but his grandmother was the one making the ultimate decision of
the photo
executing.
So here's the thing. It also kind of showed another part of Wicander's character where he's either... At least so far, let's just talk about what we saw. We saw him as a relatively naive... well-intentioned character, naive to the point like he was sheltered growing up kind of thing, and is finally like encountering life the way it is for everyone else. The deceit, the betrayal, the unkept promises, and all of those things.
A very problematic relationship with his father.
I suppose.
His father that seems to not really get him. His father, I heard him to be described as a very like hunk of a man with a permanent bandage on his eyes. Like he does not use his eyes to look at things. So a very peculiar character.
Interesting.
Which seems to ignore completely whatever Wicander says or does. And this very huge figure of his grandmother that seems to be moving and and deciding things, seems to have her hands in a couple of different honeypots. And this naivety of Wicander, I want to transition into our theories, because this naivety of Wicander is what made me think that on the
stat block
he seems to be a level 3 cleric, but his stats would say a different story. Because I have his stats in front of me. He has a 10 in strength.
Tell us about the wisdom, because the wisdom is what we really want to talk about.
15 in dexterity, 15 in constitution, 12 in intelligence, and just a 10 in wisdom.
It's not a very wise cleric, is it?
With an 18 in charisma.
That's a very charismatic cleric.
That's a very charismatic cleric and a very low wisdom cleric. So for the non-initiated, clerics are a spellcaster class, which is based on wisdom. So when you create a cleric character, you usually tend to put a good stat in wisdom. That doesn't deny the possibility to put a very good stat in charisma as well.
Or if you just want to base it purely on roleplay, which could very well be the thing, mind you. But I think the way that Critical Role typically plays, the way D&D is typically televised, well, on the internet, I suppose, I think having a badly constructed character, in inverted commas, like in terms of stats, seems always very suspicious. So,
in the sense that you are making your character completely inefficient.
Exactly.
And it goes against the story that you want to tell. Because if your character is not able to do the things he's supposed to do, you can't really tell the story that you want to say with that character.
That's absolutely right. So I think the most unlikely theory is that he is actually a cleric, but he's a very bad one.
Yeah, I don't think that's
which
the case.
So far, you could say that he practically roleplayed.
He roleplayed the full cleric.
He roleplayed the full cleric, but not perhaps a very good cleric.
Yeah, not a very wise
not a very
cleric.
Powerful cleric.
In the sense, not a very powerful cleric, obviously, but also not a very, for the kind of situation in which he put himself into, you can already see that he's not very wise, because he's not used to deal with people in a certain way, and he got himself into certain troubles where a very wise person would not go and touch on certain topics, especially with the wife or ex-wife of someone that you just got killed. So and even with his will of continue explaining himself instead of just saying it's better if I just shut my mouth
he
and
just
get
keeps
out
on
of
kind
this
of talking about
situation.
Keeps digging himself a deeper hole.
Exactly.
So that's tier number 1. Tier number 2 for me
is your theory.
is that he's not actually a cleric.
Yes.
And I think this we both agree on.
What do you think he is?
So with high charisma, I'm inclined to say a warlock because he's accompanied by tyranny, and there's this whole religion behind it, which apparently kind of manifested demons and kind of converted them to the religion. And we all know what demons typically are associated, like with warlocks and friend pacts and that sort of thing. Thank you. So there's that, the warlock theory, that he is actually a warlock. But
I think it might be something else.
And I think with this, we agreed with this tier number 3 now. So tier number 3, and like, see if I'm actually reading your mind right now. He thinks he's a cleric.
Yes.
But in reality, he's a warlock. That's what I think it is, because I don't think he would play a bard.
No, absolutely. I don't think he's a bard. I think he thinks he's a cleric, but in reality, I think he might be a divine soul sorcerer.
A divine soul sorcerer. That is interesting.
Because I do think, so this is the thing, I do think he does have this spark of divinity, because otherwise he would understand that he does not have this spark of divinity, or someone around him would understand that he does not have this spark of divinity. But probably it's something within him more than something that has been given to him. Because if it was something that was given to him, would have been more akin to a warlock.
What if it is?
And he would be more, I think he would be more aware of it.
Okay, so this divine spark sorcerer is a compelling theory, but you have to factor in the case that there are no divine beings.
Well, I mean, there are.
Their whole religion is based on the light of the cosmos.
And that's what I'm saying.
That
the divinity
really
does not have to be a
exist.
god. The divinity can be because this is the thing, in a world in which there are no gods, the divinities might still exist, which could be under different forms. Because otherwise, if there is no god of magic, there would be no magic. Magic exists. So magic comes from something else.
It depends obviously on the pantheon and the theology behind your whole home.
Which we don't know. Which we don't know yet.
But
I had this idea because I've watched the cooldown, the after episode cooldown, and there was something that Brennan said about the presence of the divinity, and how he explained some things about Araman that were not super clear. I mean, were not super clear in the episode because they decided not to go deep into the lore, just go deep into the action of what was going on right there in that moment. But I do think Wicander might have that spark of divinity in the form of being a divine soul sorcerer.
I could see this go two ways. I mean, it could be the case that you are right. It could be the case that he triggers, for example, another resurgence or a resurgence of divinity, like conventional divinity, like deities and that sort of thing. Or it's a concept I've actually wanted to see, and I've toyed with in the past as well, where it's not him who did the actual pact with the Patron if he's a warlock. It could be an inherited thing, like the Photarch perhaps is actually a warlock, and she made a pact for the whole family, like submitting her whole bloodline into the service of
that's
a particular
one
being.
Very strong option as well for
because it explains even
the
lot
fact,
of the angles,
like the presence of the demons, and you know, but at the same time, like, we know that Tyranny is a warlock.
But why would demons like demons are typically, let's call typically, because obviously we don't know in the context
the demons in the context of these demons
we don't
seems to be very civilized.
Civilized and very much submissive.
Submissive to this religion.
But we know that demons typically in D&D are very chaotic. Chaotic evil, not just evil, chaotic evil. Like, they look out for themselves first and last, and literally
and
like
they just
anything
want to
goes.
Destroy anything.
So
they just want the destruction of anything.
And they specifically said demons, not devils.
So just the
distinction between
the devils
the two
would have been actually the warlock route would have pushed more towards devils. Devils are usually the one that make pacts and do these kind of things. But actually, we'll talk about that in a
we'll talk in a future episode. I think it's going to be next episode. Next episode.
So.
Next episode is the Halloween special, the one after.
The one in a couple of
the
episodes.
first one in
December.
In November. First one in November. So where was I? With the whole demons devils thing. So I agree with your point that typically infernal pacts tend to be devils because they're
again, we don't
conniving,
know,
but we don't know
we
what
don't
the
know
mythology
what the devils
is.
are. Yeah, exactly. Because if the demons are like this, then the devils might be something completely different.
Yeah. Exactly, but yeah, it's something interesting, and yes.
But anyway,
Tyranny is a warlock as well.
Tyranny and Wicander have been. I think they had the biggest impact in the moment they entered the scene.
Yes,
I think they were two of the characters that had the biggest impact.
Both in terms of in-character synergy, in-character impact, and also out-of-character around the table. Once they got in, the energy level became this high. It was amazing. Not just because of their like vibrant role play, it's just the interactions that they chose to have. And
the scene where Tyranny passed the glass to Wicander, and Sam Riegel just grabs the glass of water and just spit take. So good. So
yeah, definitely go watch episode 1. But we have to actually keep moving because we are running out of time.
So we've got our next character is actually Thimble, which we have seen in a very dangerous situation. She almost died before starting.
Yeah. Can we say, like, I almost genuinely cried at Laura Bailey's acting.
My God. Okay, first of all,
I didn't even say goodbye.
Laura Bailey.
We didn't have time to say goodbye like that.
We love you. We love you, Laura. I love you. And Travis.
I do.
Both of them. Can I marry both of them?
I don't know. You have to ask them.
They're already married between them.
Yeah.
I want to marry both of them.
I think you'll need that's something to be discussed between you, them, and the lawyer, perhaps.
That's fine. So Thimble, it's a
we've already
it's a 3 feet tall
inches.
fairy.
Inches, not
inches.
Feet
sorry.
Like
yes,
foot,
inches.
3 feet.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
I use meters and centimeters.
Exactly, like a rational person.
Like a normal.
Yes.
So Thimble is a little fae creature.
She's a fairy.
She's a rogue, and she started her journey in incredible danger,
and
incredible
campaign,
pain.
Yes.
Physical and emotional.
She actually started with that saving throws, and it was very close. She rolled a natural, a natural 1.
Yes.
It was a critical fail on the first that saving throw, bringing her up to 2 failures. 2 failures.
Yes.
I have that saving throw.
Yes,
2 failures and 2 successes. So it was literally like a 50-50 chance of her succeeding if Teor had not intervened.
Yes.
So that was it. But also, I think the lore behind Thimble was very interesting. So basically, fairies are not of Araman.
Yes.
They're from the fairy realm, which is
to which there was some sort of portal open and then closed.
So
some of the fairies got stuck.
But the way I got it was they chose to remain there. And
some of them decided to choose.
Thimble chose to stay there, so she forsook her immortality.
Yeah.
And she started to age. In fact, one of the first things that she said was that she's older than how they remember her. Because it's been a few years since the characters met Thimble.
Yes. And that was the moment in which she started aging. When the portal to the Fey realm closed.
Yeah, I'm assuming like the Fey realm is something like the Fey Wild, kind of, not to call it Fey Wild.
Cool, by the
it was
way.
amazing.
That's because it seems like meanwhile in the Fey Wild you can in D&D in let's say in the Forgotten Realms cosmology of Dungeons and Dragons, you can always travel to the Shadowfell, to the Fey realm, or to any external plane if you have the means to.
If you believe the cosmic wheel.
In these
cosmology.
In these settings, seems that once that door was closed, there is at the moment
it cannot be open. Or
no more ways to.
At least no one opened it again. Kind of, it's like the singular pathway to the Fey realm. And I don't want to delve too much into her character because it's just simply amazing acting. And in a nutshell, what happened was they saved her, and they kind of we started off the intrigue of, then what did we see in the cold open kind of thing. That's why watching it twice actually helps quite a lot in this context. But Thimble was an amazing character.
So she was working on something that was supposed to save Thiazi. It clearly did not work because she got attacked and she had to flee.
She killed 3 people.
Into the like a sewage system or something.
Underneath. I think she got
like a grate or
wounded
something.
And she fell into a grate because
but she took the thing that she was supposed to give with her.
Yeah. So basically, because the setting was like a tannery. in the Tanner's district, and the tannery is like where they tan leather, and they had like a lot of sluices and grates to kind of.
She was like in a hidden, like a safe house or something.
Yeah.
Because apparently she was the right hand.
Yes, Tiazi's right hand
of
Fay.
Tiazi. Yeah.
Right hand Fay.
And in the same scene in which we are introduced to Thimble, we are also introduced to a fucking epic character. Kattigan Vaelus, which is Robbie Damon's character.
Exactly, and Peppe Russo lookalike. It's gonna keep happening, get used to it. So yeah, he's a ranger.
He's like this ragged...
A beastmaster?
I think he's a beastmaster.
I think the way it was
a huge wolf.
Beastmaster or a homebrew version of something similar, I think.
I hope it's a homebrew version, because the beastmaster is not really good.
Yeah, but you know.
But if it's anyway,
the wolf
it's
is really cool.
Super cool, like
aesthetic,
cool looking, like the aesthetic and the personality of the character is super cool. Robbie Damon, we don't need to introduce himself.
Yeah,
like, if you have ever watched Critical Role Campaign 3,
yeah, I mean his role playing was just off the fucking chain, man. I mean, also he started off as a drunk character.
Yeah, he was drunk. He was very drunk,
and he role played drunk really well.
He role played drunk really well, and he kind of told everyone how he grieved while watching them from far away. Grieving.
Yes.
Like he followed everybody else from far away and described how he saw the events evolving, and then in the end he showed up there saying, "You are all very easy to follow.
Yeah.
You're all very easy to keep track of."
Yeah.
By the way, I have looked at the stats of Kattigan.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the stats of every single character are insane.
Yes, they are. I think there were some of them which were, I think
Kattigan
had like 20 in... Yeah.
Kattigan has 2 18s, a 16, 2 15, and a 13.
I think those are some very good rolls.
Those are very good rolls, and I think Brennan did that on purpose. I think Brennan used a type of rolling which is basically works like you roll 2 sets of stats, and then you take the best one for each roll.
Yes.
So you roll the first one twice,
it's like rolling with advantage.
Blah, blah, kind of.
Yeah.
And you take the best one.
Yeah.
I think he did that in order to be able to fuck with them as much as possible. Because if you make characters that are not very high level, but they have very high stats, you can fuck with them way more than you can if they are like average regular characters.
Also, I think it allows him a little bit more of a carte blanche when it comes to moments where it's typical DM Brennan, where he says, you know what, fuck the typical system, this is not how it's written, but this is how we're going to do it. I allow you to do this if this happens. And we saw that in Teor, pulling out the grate. Like, I will let you do that if you want, even though you usually cannot, it is implied. But if you take like damage,
you're gonna take damage.
Yeah, Liam was like, yes,
and you're gonna be able to do that in a faster and
he does that
urgency.
in a lot of other campaigns as well, like a lot of other episodes in other campaigns.
It's a typical Dimension Brennan. 20. Like it's a Brennan.
The
thing.
rule of cool. I mean,
yes, absolutely. Amazing. And I like it because he doesn't use it too often.
No,
he used it like in very specific moments where there is a need for urgency, or like it gives the impression of like this is an extra shot of adrenaline that this character has in this moment, and he's able to do certain things that normally would not be able to do, which I think just emphasize even more the
makes it
important of that moment.
It's true. Makes it really interesting.
So Kattigan, he has a super cool wolf. He's a super cool guy. Yeah. He's like a Texas Ranger.
A lone ranger kind of thing.
Like a lone ranger.
Yeah, with a wolf.
Yes.
The wolf, by the way, and the artwork, it is depicted with like a spirit paw.
It has like
but
I
don't think
ghostly...
it was. But it was not described like that by
Robbie.
Yeah.
I can't recall, to be honest, if he described it like that.
I tried to pay attention the second time I watched it. I don't recall him saying it had like a ghost paw, which by the way is really cool looking wolf.
In the image that they had there had like on the website. By the way, all of them, they look incredible. And talking about incredible, there is one in particular that looks fucking insane. There is one, which is Bolaire.
Bolaire
Lathalia.
Favorite.
So played by Taliesin Jeffy.
My favorite role player.
He looks insane.
Okay.
So If you have never
describe
seen
him.
if you have never seen it, so humanoid creature, medium height, I would say like 5'9", 5'10", something like that. In a beautiful crimson and black armor, like looks like almost like a garment, like a noble garment, more than an armor. And
red
he wears red, like super
red
curly
hair,
red hair, and he wears a very particular, very peculiar mask. Which is unnerving.
So the mask itself has two like black holes instead of eyes, but he has like shining blue pupils.
Yeah, like it has like black painted eye, and then there are two tiny holes from which you can see the actual blue eyes underneath, and then it has like these red tears on the face. Completely white pale.
Yes. Like white clay
yes.
It was. But the most unnerving thing is that the mask itself moves as if it is the face.
As if it was a face.
Yes.
And actually, spoiler for the end of the episode, that's not the only mask that appears in this episode. There is going to be another mask that comes towards I would say
we have theories, but I don't think I'm ready to divulge my theories.
I don't have
yet.
Theories.
We have to
enough
watch.
Theories.
We have
also
to watch.
Because we don't know what's under that mask.
No,
we don't know what's under Bolaire's mask.
We don't know if there's anything under the mask. We don't know whether the mask is the actual skin. To me, it looks like an animated marionette.
It does look like that.
So, and which really ties into the whole thing. Like he kind of has like art galas and
he seems
shows
to be
and
the curator of a museum of some sort.
Yeah.
And he had dealings with some characters, like he knows Abria's character very well. He knows Tiazi.
He remembers Tyranny because she puked in his face
in one of his events. He have met before Wicander,
but he doesn't quite remember. But it was like a kind of like unpopular. I meet a lot of people.
I don't remember about even the famous people that I met. I don't remember.
But like the facial expressions, like Tellison's facial expressions while he was role playing Bolaire. So good.
And the part where he speaks with the kids.
It was amazing. Like it was like this dry way of talking to kids in a way that like he's trying to teach them a life lesson, which is good. But then when challenged on it, he was like, fuck if I know kind of thing. Like, I suppose.
So
it was good.
So good. Okay, obviously, I mean, Taliesin Jeff is a genius. Like, role play wise, his choices are always
on fucking point.
Yeah, and sometimes are beyond the points.
Yeah.
Sometimes his choices are beyond
so wild and so good.
Beyond we can see because he's so
I think
I can't really
I think he's the most person who gets in character. Like all of them get in character. But he is the most that gets in character, I think. And to him,
one of the most, for sure.
I think to him, he's not playing a character. He is Bolaire.
He's really embodying
Bolaire. Yeah. And the facial expressions, like when he says certain things, like... But, so
after
Bolaire,
we got introduced to a character that had a fucking impact on the story.
Yeah.
And... not only on the game itself, but on every single person that he interacted with.
Yes.
Which is obviously our beloved Matthew Mercer, with his character Sir Julien Davinos.
First and foremost, I love his accent. I wish to learn the accent that he plays Davinos with. It's a typical Matthew Mercer for an accent, I like to call it. But I really want it, and I want to affect that in the LARP. I want to use that accent as Devin of House Corso. But
good luck.
Thank you. I know it's impossible. But so
another character with insane stats, by the way. 218 and a 16.
He was a fighter and rogue, I believe.
He is a multi-class fighter rogue.
Yes.
Very particular, very peculiar.
Yes.
He has a piece of armor on one shoulder, and he has a
presence.
Like a very imposing gauntlet that covers most part of his I don't know, I think his left
I think
arm.
so, if I recall the artwork properly.
He seems to have some sort of connection from an interaction. Some sort of connection with the Fray realm as well. So I suspect that under that piece of gauntlet armor, there is some
I think some
weird
face
stuff.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And he is.
But he's technically a human.
Yes.
Like everybody described him and interacted him as if he was a simple human.
May I just interject and say, he's the first hated character
in Critical Role history.
And this is, I mean, he's an excellent player and an excellent character, and I love Julien Davinos. I love Matthew Mercer, but he role played dick.
A real dick.
He was the only person who went to Thiazi's Fang's funeral and spat on him.
Spat on the
and
dead
his
person.
words were, if I recall correctly, the only regret I have is
the
I
only
cannot
shame is that I couldn't see you die twice.
Like, how spiteful do you have to be to play the evil character in a party like that? Can you imagine the kind of roleplay they're gonna have together?
Oh my god! Like he already initiated a couple of
literally there was going to be a confrontation with Taisha.
with Abria's character.
With Taisha, and
even though
justified,
we find out that he's actually training Taisha's son to the way of the blade. Because he seems to be obviously as a fighter rogue, like he goes around with some sort of rapier, like a light sword,
a finesse weapon.
And he seems to be like a master of sword of some sort. I would say from the 18 in dexterity, the 18 in constitution, and the 16 in charisma, I think his rogue subclass will be swashbuckler.
It could very well
it's going to be maybe like battle master, fighter, swashbuckler, rogue.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
completely martial.
Like these very trained on the blade, like the best blade of the realm.
Could very well be Princess Bride kind of trope.
Kind of, yes.
I think,
but with a very evil, with a very. I don't know if I want to say evil, but with a very controversial.
Yes.
Take.
Evil in relation to what the other characters have played so far. So I can't wait for him to actually have to roleplay with Thimble, for example.
Yeah, we will see. We will see what will be his impression with someone like so in love. With in love in a platonic way with Thiazi, because Thiazi has been described as many things, as a revolutionary, as a thief, beloved by many, but not beloved by all. There is like 2 or 3 characters that actually have beef, and
which is the main nobility kind of thing.
Talking about nobility, there is a character that is not necessarily nobility, but she acts like she's, which is Mary Magnusson. Which is Marisha Ray's character. This dwarven, very voluptuous,
very voluminous
dwarven woman with very big jugs,
big boobies,
giant boobies.
She was very explicit about it,
and she does nothing to hide it. She actually loves the attention, she loves the beard, as a proper dwarven woman.
Exactly.
I loved the character.
I love the character. It's not a character I would ever think of role playing myself, but it was a really good character. It was really well acted out. I think one of the best characters that suits Marisha Ray's role play style. And
I have heard in the cooldown, post session, blah blah, that apparently everyone recognizes in Marisha's mother. They say that she is literally role playing her mother. So apparently she knows the character very well.
She's half dwarf.
Yes. She might be. And she has that's when during the episode she said sleeves are bullshit, because Mare is wearing like a long coat, sleeveless.
With no sleeves. Yeah, I mean, Mari as a character is amazing, and they have kind of like a bit of a, not a provoking personality, but kind of like, oh yeah, let's let shit happen kind of thing, because this is entertaining.
She seems to enjoy the
chaos,
a little bit of chaos and a little bit of intrigue and stuff.
She's a wizard, I believe.
She is a wizard. She has a super high intelligence. She has a 19 in intelligence, and even though she seems like very charismatic, she is actually not. She has a 12 in charisma, so slightly above average. But I thought when she introduced herself, she was actually going to be a bard. What kind of...
I thought actually at first, like, without from the image I saw, I thought maybe like an artificer because of the
yes,
lenses.
because of the lenses and stuff.
Yeah, and the nail with the felt pen tip and whatever. But no, I think wizard. I'm not sure what subclass of wizard. If I have to hazard a guess,
give us another
I
guess.
think the transmutation one.
Really?
I think
I think because of the nail with the pen tip, I think she's a scribe wizard.
It could be, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I think that was my indicator to think about the scribe wizard.
Could be.
And now I think this was the last character that was introduced. Oh my god.
Yeah, this was I think one of the most impactful characters because actually,
my god,
even
how
like the introduction.
Her introduction was.
She's the only elf.
She's
the only elf.
Allegedly, because we don't know what Bolaire is.
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
Also,
fair
because
enough.
Bolaire says something to this character that we're gonna talk about. He says, "I haven't seen you in a very very long time."
Could very well be.
And I interpreted as like they have been knowing each other for centuries.
Yeah, I mean,
from the way they spoke to each other,
yeah,
like they have been knowing each other for a really long time.
It's funny because there was a very similar interaction in World of Warcraft recently where one of the characters we established like 2 or 3 expansions ago met a character we like established last expansion, and they were like, oh, I haven't seen you since the destruction of our world kind of thing, you know?
Or like when who is the says to Geralt of Rivia?
The
I haven't seen you since the plague.
I haven't seen you since the plague.
Yes.
What was he called? The druid.
Not the druid.
He
wizard.
was a druid. No, he's a druid actually.
He's an actual.
He's
druid?
a druid from Skellige. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's the counselor of the queen
of the Lioness of Sintra.
Yes,
and mentor to Ciri as well at some point.
Yes.
Oh, we deviated on the Witcher now. Let's not start that.
Let's not start
that part yet.
Okay, but
so last character
to be introduced was Vaelus. She does not have a second a surname.
She is so edgy,
super edgy,
so fucking edgy. Like
super
literally, day turned to night at her appearance.
Yes. So temperature dropped. Light went off while she appeared, and there was an interaction outside the house between, I think, Abria's character and Louis' character.
I think it was, and she was there.
No, because Louis was gone already. There was the interaction with Sir Davinos.
Sir Davinos, yes,
and Abria's character when they were talking about her son being trained and blah blah blah. And she arrived and she passed by them and she tried to speak to Abria tried to interact with her
and she completely
ignored her. Went into the house because she was after something. She was looking for the stone of.
No, I'm blanking.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
I watched this twice and now I'm blanking. The stone of the Nightingale. Was it the Nightingale?
I don't know. I remember.
Also, magpies seem to be a huge
magpies
thing.
seems to be a big thing. Yes.
So magpies is a clue. We know that falcon is like the symbol of the rebellion or something.
Yes. And magpie seems to be the symbol of
everything else.
Like of these neighborhood in which there is a lot of these.
Yeah. Like magpies are a thing.
So she's a paladin, and she's a paladin of a religious order, of a god that is not alive anymore.
This is interesting
because someone tried to poke at Vaelus, saying, "How was when 70 years ago you saw your god die?"
Yeah.
So even though she does not look, at least to me, she does not look like a paladin. I thought she
looks more like either like a cleric
to me, but she actually is a paladin, 3rd level paladin. She is dressed in black. She has this veil made of chainmail.
Yeah, chainmail.
She has heavy scarring on one part of her face. She has part of one of the elven ears missing, and she goes around with this huge chain around her with a sensor that ends with a sensor.
The sensor, I think, is going to be a weapon like a flail or a morning star.
I think something like that. And she came in there and she didn't give a shit about it. She was ready to fight anyone in there.
Like, how edgy was she and how contrasting to Ashley's character, like in real life character.
Exactly.
That is like insane.
But I do think that she tried to play this sort of character already with Yasha.
Yes,
in a more contained way. Because Yasha was a very good-hearted person that had this very hardened exterior. I feel Vaelus, it's actually a very...
I think she's going to be a very cutting character, very sharp, cold, calculating, unfeeling character kind of thing.
She might be, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And she had an incredible impact, and because of what she was looking for, there was the mention for the first time in the house of the name of Thimble.
Oh yeah.
And that's when let's say the episode wraps up with a big revelation about some sort of, I don't know if it was a gift, if it was like a memory, or like something that Abria's character was supposed to keep safe or keep hidden. But when the name of Thimble was pronounced because of Vaelus asking for this stone that she's looking for, these mask somehow activated and started doing weird shit. And I think that's how the episode kind of ends around this time. I mean, what an incredible episode.
It was an incredible episode.
An incredible way to introduce 13 characters.
So fluid as well. Like the introduction to all of them was so fluid. I mean, first and foremost, props to the whole cast of Critical Role, obviously, like incredible people.
The old and the new, because everyone did an incredible job.
And also specifically to Brennan. Like, I think he DM'd the game, the likes of which we've never seen before to this extent. Like 13 players around the table is insane. And managing them in the way that he did. Yes, of course, I'm sure that there's some element of direction backstage, obviously, because you can't run something like this entirely improv.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
for sure, there were agreement with players
when they're going to go in. Yeah,
like, okay, probably you're gonna go first. Probably you're gonna go later on in the event. The choice of funeral was very interesting. I had never seen a game starting with a funeral.
Yeah,
incredible choice. And there was, I would say, enough plot to make you interested in what is going to happen next. But I think he had the ability, because usually in the first few sessions, the Dungeon Master is very involved because he has to start the action. Meanwhile, he had to sit back a lot and let the characters
what they did.
Do
by the time this episode of Session 1 podcast, the episode 2 will air, episode 2 of Critical Role
will be out
for about
as
a week.
Well.
So we honestly don't have any predictions for episode 2. We're probably not going to predict that much more as we go along.
It's gonna be tough to predict because this really can go anywhere.
This is one of, I think I'm really invested. It's one of the campaigns that I'm really getting invested in. And I can't wait for tomorrow to find like 3-4 hours, even at like 2 in the morning to watch it. Because I really need to watch it now, and it's an incredible adventure.
And I would suggest to anyone who is in doubt if they want to go and watch Critical Role or not, from episode 1, we have already seen that this is going to be
an incredible campaign.
Wow. If they keep this level for the rest of the campaign, it's gonna be absolutely insane. And I'm really very, very much looking forward to see episode 2 as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we've fanboyed enough over Critical Role. Well, not enough, but for us, we have to.
1 hour and a half, kind of.
1 hour 28 minutes.
You see?
So
a
nice neat bow on a 1 hour.
I would say, I wouldn't go further with our predictions because our first prediction were already pretty bad.
Well, we got some.
We got some.
As a team, we got.
I'm happy because we got some at least. We got the ranger for Robbie. We got the druid for Abria. We got the rogue for Laura. We got something weird for Taliesin. We got the paladin for Luis Carazo. So I think we did pretty well.
Yeah,
so please go in the comments and tell us what we said wrong about the prediction, which were the wrong prediction that we did. Also tell us if you have watched the episode or not, and if you have watched the episode, tell us who's your favorite character so far. Tell us who's your favorite character.
Your favorite character first, then I'll tell you mine. I'll wait.
We'll wait.
I think so far it is Bolaire. I love. First of all, he's a warlock. First and foremost, soft spot for
Biased.
Warlock, obviously.
Biased.
Always. But Bolaire, I think, is one of the most interesting characters that I've seen. Azune is very close second. And Tyranny, just because, it's Tyranny. Tyranny is going to be one of those characters where you're like, oh, yeah, it's Tyranny. What about you?
Oof.
You can't choose all 13.
I can't choose all 13?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to be problematic, as always.
Obviously, wouldn't be you if you
And
weren't.
I would say the one that has been there with me since the moment I watched the episode the most has been Wicander.
Wicander, he's a very good character.
Because I want to know more
Yeah.
about him. Like there is this thing of the mystery
Yeah.
about his character. I want to know more. And I would say on the podium with him, Thimble.
Thimble is very
'Cause,
good, but I don't think we had enough airtime for Thimble.
Yeah, but
we will.
when she was there,
It was very impactful.
wow. And Tyranny. Tyranny obviously was so much fun.
What about you,
So
Jade?
much fun.
Tyranny is the new grog.
She's saying Tyranny is the
Tyranny
new
is
grog.
the new grog. She might be the new grog. Yeah,
She
she's the yeah. She might. I can see how she might be the new grog. Yeah.
I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. And
That's the best compliment I can give.
yeah,
That's the
Grog
best.
is
Yeah.
Grog is legend.
Yeah, Jade is saying that
Legendary
is the best
character.
compliment she can give. So absolutely.
So let us know which is your favorite character. Let us know if you're one of the lucky people that got one of our dice in the future.
Playcon. Let us know if you're one of the people who actually watched the Nephilim LARP skit on stage
As
on
well,
Friday as well.
yes.
And by the way, while we're actually mentioning Nephilim LARPs, shout out to Nephilim LARPs, Jason, Myron, and the whole team. Shout out to some other collaborators as well.
Absolutely.
John Peel, who's the creative mind behind Stonekeep Outfitters, who do the a lot of LARP costumes, and he's also the mind behind Ghost Venom, which is a cyberpunk themed fashion line. And I'm actually wearing his t-shirt.
Okay.
So yeah,
Cool.
we'll leave links to all of these below in the description. And so yeah. With that,
Listen,
I think
for
it's
sure,
time to
for sure we
wrap
have
up.
forgotten to shout out someone.
I mean, we have so many people, and we have so many people
We
collaborating.
love you all
with
so
us.
much.
We do.
Just so you know, again, we are super grateful for your support. Leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, on Twitch, wherever you want. We're actually, let's not forget, we just launched our Spotify.
Spotify.
as
I
well.
wanted to mention by the end of the podcast.
Yes, we are on
these
Spotify.
So all these episodes are uploaded on YouTube and Twitch on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Spotify would typically be available in a couple of days later.
Let's say
it might be closer sooner, but usually by Sunday.
Yeah.
Usually.
Let's say after the weekend, you're gonna find it there.
Exactly. So there's the Spotify. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and we've got the link tree on Instagram as
In
well.
our
so you
Instagram,
can
there
just
is a
go
link
there.
tree link where you can find all our social media, all
Absolutely.
the platforms where you can find us, and
And also Patreon now. So thank you so much for
Patreon.
supporting
If you
us.
want to support us on Patreon, or if you know someone that wants to
Absolutely.
sponsor our podcast, why not?
Let us know. We are
Let us know.
more than
we
willing.
are open to possibilities.
Absolutely.
To all possibilities.
Absolutely. So yeah, we have to conclude, unfortunately, as always.
Already?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
Just 1 hour and 35,
Yeah.
something like that.
33.
1 hour and 33.
Jade is
okay.
cracking the whip. She wants us to end now.
Yeah, so the boss said we have to end.
You're done.
So we are done. We are done for today. Well, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for watching or listening on Spotify as well, I suppose. I think you can tell by now that we really enjoy doing this. Like, it's so
we
much
love it.
fun. It's
We
so
love
much
it.
fun. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. The next episode is going to be the Halloween special at the end of October, so the last Thursday of October. We'll come up with something interesting. We already had a few ideas. We're trying to see what we can actually implement and come up with.
We'll see.
And
We'll
Jade
see.
and I will have quite a time decorating the library to
The
be
library.
more Halloweeny.
Are we gonna are we gonna be in costume?
Perhaps we'll see.
Perhaps.
Perhaps
So you might see us in costume.
you might see the first ever Peppe cosplay.
You have to You have to tune in and watch us if you want to see us, if we are going to be in costume or not.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your time and your attention and your love. We love you very much. And
we hope you had fun. And as always, well, probably this is the second time we're officially saying it.
Yes.
In the future episode, you'll see that we forget what it is, and we'll probably forget it again in the in the main timeline of events.
We always do. Well,
keep being geeks, and we love you all, guys. We honestly love you all, guys.
Maybe be an Epigeek.
Be an Epigeek.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.